All right, we are just hours away from the time that Arizona gets its first ever Buc-ee's. Big gas station, big store, and boy, people are excited. In fact, there are already people in line. Highly anticipated opening of the Texas-based travel center is expected to draw thousands of people, not just from the Valley, not just from Arizona, but across the country to come check out this Buc-ee's. 12 News journalist Gabriella Buc-ee live in Goodyear. And look at the line behind you, Gabby.
That's right, Troy. The very first person in line got here around 4:30 this evening, so he's already been here for several hours, and it wasn't long before others started to join him. Right now, there's about a dozen or so people in line. They came prepared with folding chairs, coolers, everything they need to make it overnight tonight. And then just beyond this line of people, a line of cars is starting to form. They're waiting to get into the parking lot, which is expected to open at midnight tonight. But this is Arizona's very first Buc-ee's. In the farthest west, the chain has gone, which is why many people out here tell us they're excited to see one open in Goodyear. This location is 74,000 square feet and has 120 gas pumps. They're well known for their barbecue food and clean restrooms. The city of Goodyear is expecting between 50,000 to 75,000 cars to roll through here on the very first day alone. Richard Bassett, the very first customer in line, tells me he couldn't think of a better way to spend his Father's Day and will be bringing home a couple of plushies for his kids.
It's quite the experience. You have to come to understand the hype. You can't just say, oh, it's a gas station. You know, you've been to QT, you've been to Circle K, you've been to Buc-ee's. That's not at all true. They've made a complete culture out of it. You know, they have a mascot. They have the cleanest restrooms ever, which I can vouch for is very true. And you just have to come to see what it's all about and see the magic of Buc-ee's.
Now, if you plan to come out here, there are some traffic restrictions to be aware of. You can only get to Buc-ee's by car from Bullard Avenue exit on I-10. From there, you'll be directed into a queue that goes south on Bullard Avenue, around the Goodyear ballpark, and back. And back out here live, the Goodyear Police Department is already out here starting to direct traffic into that queue to make sure that everybody follows the rules and stays in line and no one cuts. They're asking people to bring plenty of water with them because it's not hot right now, but tomorrow it will be, and so they want to make sure people stay hydrated and are prepared. So again, the parking lot opens at midnight tonight, doors open at 6 a.m., and then there will be a ribbon cutting ceremony at 8 a.m. Live in Goodyear, Gabriella Buc-ee, 12 News.
Gabby, there are so many gas pumps behind you. I've never seen anything like this. Now, I've driven by it while they've been building it, and I haven't been to the places in Texas or the South where these all are. What's your impression? I know you've been walking around that area now for a few hours. Is it pretty incredible?
I mean, it's really large. You know, I think there's about 120 gas pumps out here, a lot of parking spaces. So it definitely is pretty large for a travel center. I haven't been inside myself, so we'll have to see tomorrow exactly what this hype is all about.
So I do know our morning team is going to be out there tomorrow morning. You and I are picking it up in the afternoon, so we'll have live reports all throughout the day, and I'll talk about a streaming show here in a minute. So I'm looking forward to seeing it too. My wife loves Buc-ee. She always talks about it, but it'll be fun to experience firsthand. All right, thanks, Gabby. So again, continuing coverage of the grand opening tomorrow on all of our newscasts, and then on our streaming app. If you want to go full Buc-ee's immersion, at 9 a.m., the morning team is doing a full, I think this is an hour-long special. And I haven't even really been briefed on what Gabby and I are doing at 3 o'clock. But I think we're just going to kind of climb all over the place and show you everything that Buc-ee has to offer, Buc-ee's. So again, 12 News app, local news 24/7 on there, 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. and all editions of 12 News tomorrow. We are going to be there for Buc-ee's.